Just what we need. A brand new app in the fitness space. But who's got it? A big boy. We're going to check it out next.
Love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up, it's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me.
What is going on, everybody? As Trent Olive always likes to say, it's lunchtime.
You need to take 5 minutes out of your day and record that so you don't have to mess your voice up every single time.
I know. I'm having so many roadcaster problems on the Sunday night show because it goes so long. Apparently, at some point, it just quits.
It just taps out.
It just says, I'm done. And I've got to shut it off and then restart it to get it to click back in. Thankfully, Jamie and Carolyn are to a point where they talk enough. Last night, they didn't even notice me gone.
I just, the roadcasters are like, you know what? You guys keep going. I'll be right here.
Trent Olive is extra jazzy because she worked out at 6 a.m.
So did I.
More power to you.
So did I. We did me some road intervals this morning.
I woke up freezing. Last night I went to I always turn the temperature down to go to bed. And I went to set it down and this flashing thing is on the screen. I can't see it because the light won't come on. And it says, net time to replace the battery. Well, I was still able to like switch everything around. So I'm like, well, it must be just that the battery is the light for now. And it's warning me you better get it in before the whole thermostat decides to conk out, right? I woke up this morning freezing, and I'm like, that son of a bitch died on me overnight, and I've had no heat. And I went over, and it didn't die. I just was cold. I mean, I got to get that battery in there before long.
How cold is it at your house right now, or outside?
Probably low 30s. I don't know. I could check for sure. But
it's 52 here. It's not going to get any higher than that today, but it's 52 here. Tomorrow morning, it's going to be in the high 30s.
28.
No, thank you. Mm-mm.
Yeah, and we're only like, we have one day in the 40s, and other than that, I think this weekend it's supposed to high of 15.
I'll be in Arizona.
I wish I was, man. I've already watched it, man. I already watched the bro sesh. I get into those broing out sessions because back then is when I first started doing CrossFit. So it's like a walk down memory lane for me. But I know a lot of newer people to the space don't even know what those events were or what they were doing back then. I really dig it.
I enjoy them for that reason, and because I just like hearing them tell stories about stuff that you never heard about that happened, back then, and especially sit where like they were still trying to figure stuff out. Like the when Rich tells that story, like the first time they did 2 workouts in one day, and people were like, "Y'all are gonna die!" Like just freaking out and stuff like that. Like I geek out on stuff like that. That's funny to me.
Vindicate. I need to create a product that everybody complains about, but everybody still buys it. Yeah.
Have you considered starting the Open? Because that's something that everybody buys and bitches about the entire time it's going on.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you think about buying CrossFit?
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
I think Travis has got CrossFit money. Fairly certain.
I'm sure. He's been selling a lot of shirts this month.
He's on his five per day.
Than we are.
Yeah. He's on his 5 per day to the end of the year. He's got to buy CrossFit money by now.
Train Olive, it's 82. I think she's in South Florida, right?
Oh, I have absolutely no idea.
I think so.
But that tracks. If it's 82, she's probably in South Florida.
You know what's good is the Emma Lawson Manon Anganese video for WFP. I have not even said WFP doesn't even show up in my algorithm anymore.
No,
I need to find it though. I need to, because that is coming up. Roadcaster makes money, CrossFit not so much. I know. I do not want to buy another Roadcaster. This one is a few years old. It's made us some trips. But when you pay that much for something, it should work longer than a few years. I would think.
They don't make them like they used to. God.
I do have to get one thing off my chest before we get into the other stuff, and that is everybody talking about this damn Bears game yesterday. Everybody saw it, right? So for like the first time the Bears got some media attention 2 weeks in a row. They had the Black Friday game, and now this week the game of the week on Fox. Coming into this season, I had very little hope that the Bears would finish 500 or better. New coach, developing quarterback. We knew we didn't have a defensive line. And then there were injuries piling up.
Yeah.
Everything. So when we end up 9-3 going into this game, like I'm playing with house money. Right? Because we already have guaranteed a 500 season, a better than 500 season. And then they played the Packers and they played them down to the last freaking play of the game. And they could have won that game. So I'm happy to go on the road into their house, play them that tough, and we get them in 2 weeks to play them again. Everybody is just ripping Caleb for the last pass. And yes, could it have been thrown better? Could it have been thrown to the back corner? It sure could have. But when you're rolling left and you're right-handed, and the way you have to flip your hips to be able to throw that ball, you have to slow down all of your own momentum to flip the hips to get that ball out. And then you don't have the gusto on the ball that you normally would. It came up short. On the other hand, the tight end he threw it with enough loft that the tight end should have made a play on the ball and not just waited for it.
Come to it.
The defensive back was 5'10", 200 pounds. The tight end is 6'5", 250. Like, if you have a jump ball, the tight end has a better shot.
I would say so.
Right? So that would have been okay. The other thing is everybody's saying they should have thrown it to DJ Moore. DJ Moore was leaking out the backside. So you're running left. He is now behind Caleb. To flip your hips over 180 degrees to make the throw to DJ Moore would have been asking so much. Yes, he came open last minute, but to stop, flip your hips with two defensive guys now charging at you and stopping your velocity entirely, going in one direction, impossible to ask.
Monday morning quarterbacks.
So, and I actually was in the Bears chat this morning, which I don't normally jump into, and everybody's fighting with me. So I'm a little feisty. And then I tune into Savon and everybody's saying that it was a shitty throw. Sure, it wasn't the best throw in the world, but what he was being asked to do in that situation was very, very difficult. And it was a play they ran last week identically against Philadelphia. And if you watch the beginning of the play, you see like 6 Green Bay Packers running exactly straight right, and their defensive right, offensive left, right to where Caleb's going to go. They knew he was rolling out to that side. They made a picket fence where he could not get the first down with his legs. So they knew it was coming. I don't know. So I just want to, and I don't want to give them an excuse. I just want to say, hey, it's one game. They're still 9-4. We've got 4 games to go. Just relax.
It's almost exactly the Saints record flipped.
Yeah.
We're now 3-10.
Could be worse. You could be the Browns losing to the Titans. Correct. Stroud had bad throws too. Every quarterback has bad throws. Patrick Mahomes threw 3 interceptions last night. Considered the best quarterback in the world, and he throws 3 picks last night. Every quarterback has that. So there it is. Just had to get that off my chest. And the last thing to get off my chest, Notre Dame didn't make the college football playoff. They lost head-to-head to Miami. That was their fault. They don't belong to a conference. That is their fault. Last year, when they made it to the national championship game and got $20 million and didn't have to share it with anybody, they got all that money to themselves. The rest of these schools have to share it with their conference. And because they're in a conference, they have a better shot at making the playoffs. Don't bitch about not making it because you want to be greedy and take all the money for yourself as an independent. And this whole, like, I'm taking my ball and going home and I'm not going to the bowl game that you have designated us to. We're not going. Freaking crybaby, shut the hell up. I'm so sick of Notre Dame fans.
Go play your bowl game. How hard is that? LSU is going to the Texas Bowl to play the Houston Cougars. Why? Because that's where we deserve to go after this year. But they're going, and they're going to play. Like,
tell us how you really. That's how I really feel. I'm so sick of Notre Dame. Yeah, we're going to the Pinstripe Bowl, Penn State versus Clemson, and the Pinstripe Bowl, both biggest disappointments in college football this year. So should be fun.
Yeah.
Jake, dude, I updated my iOS yesterday.
Yeah, they do.
It is messing me up.
See, mine's working just fine. I guess I got lucky.
It's moved everything.
It didn't move none of my stuff.
When I screenshot something to make a thumbnail, or like now it wants to automatically crop it for me, and then the save to photos is moved from the left side to the right side, and it's a check mark now instead of drop down, and it's like, what the hell? Do you have to change everything all at once?
I didn't mess with too much of it. I guess that's why I'm like, mine is working fine.
All I've done is a podcast, and you're trying to make thumbnails, and you're trying to get stuff ready for the show.
Yeah.
Everything changes on your phone. Like, it is maddening. And I'm not a spring chicken, man. 55 years old. Trying to keep up with this technology is not easy.
I understand that. I feel like most of the time you're more technologically savvy than I am. So
it's not affected Corey because he uses a Nokia 5110, apparently.
Indestructible, baby. I was playing Snake earlier.
Break the record?
No, never.
You use the phone to make it. I don't use my phone to make my thumbnails, Jonathan, but I sometimes grab pictures that I have in different locations to do the art, and I've got to like screenshot it to be quick. And sometimes I use my phone because I'm in a work meeting and I can do it under my desk while I'm in the meeting.
Yeah, no, I'm 100% paying attention. Absolutely.
Yeah. Exactly.
What you guys say? Yeah, no, I got that.
I'm a hooligan. I am. It's whatever it takes, because I don't even know what we're going to talk about on the show until about 10 a.m. As I try to get through all the CrossFit news to make sure I catch everything.
Sometimes not even then.
Do you know how to slow the videos down on Reels? The 3 dots. I didn't even know you could slow down the video on a reel.
Like while you're watching it, Jake? I assume that's what he means.
Larry Young, I feel this. After trying to run yesterday, I already felt 85, and now phone is wonky.
Oh.
You can change it whilst you watch.
Sean J. Got the little.
Did not even know that was functionality on a reel.
Mm-hmm.
So I could have slowed down the guy dragging the C2 bike across the finish line at the IF3.
I laughed so hard at that because in my head I just kept going, how did that happen? It looked like his shirt hung up on it.
Yeah. I think Jenny said last night in our show that it was like Footloose on the tractor where the lace got stuck around the pedal.
Here's what I don't understand. Well, a couple of things that there's actually a whole lot I don't understand. But as far as that video is concerned, number one, how did that happen? Number two, those things are not easy to drag. They are heavy, right? You're not just going to pick one up and toss one. So the fact that he was dragging it and got it across the line that fast. Three, the fact that in that video alone, he beat two people dragging a C2 bike.
Yeah. I was pointing out the two people he beat, and they have to be thinking like, son of a bitch, I can't even beat the guy with the bike attached to his leg.
That's attached to a C2 bike, sprinting across the line. Oh,
Amanda Fillers, I thought that was a sled until I saw you show it on Clydesdale last night. Yeah,
bro,
insane. So I've got to ask you, and I put this up on the thumbnail. IF3 happened this last week. US didn't even send any contingent to the IF3 Worlds. It was held in Lithuania. Canada did. Most of the European countries did. And all this was created to make this feasible as an Olympic sport. I ask you, do you give a shit whether this is an Olympic sport or not?
No.
I don't either. Are we trying to make something that nobody really wants?
Stop trying to make fetch happen. Why is it an Olympic? Why does it need to be an Olympic sport? Why does it need to be? Why does breakdancing need to be in the Olympics? Why does ultimate frisbee need to be in the Olympics? No, not everything needs to be an Olympic sport. Just because you think it's cool and it's niche and it can be highlighted once every 4 years or 2 years or however they do it now. No, that's insane. It does not need to be in the Olympics.
It's the only way you can represent your country at CrossFit. That's not true. The games put your flag up by your name at the CrossFit Games. When they hand you out your uniforms, it usually has your country flag on the uniform.
Yep.
So you are representing your country in addition to yourself and your affiliate at the CrossFit Games. But I do like this. Imagine the moment he had to decide to just do it. Messing around for a few seconds and thinking, sod it.
Sod it. I'm done. Like, I can't get it undone. I'm just going.
I also knew when I did the Lift iFit run program, I was like, this isn't bad. Then I was like, did I just think that? I never like the pre-generated shit. Father Time has one, I guess. Who wants sports to become an Olympic sport to begin with? Who wanted skateboarding or surfing or breakdancing to become one? I have no freaking idea. Olympic sports should be swimming, track, figure skating, gymnastics, like the big ones. And I'll even give you like curling and jujitsu and fencing, right? They've had a home in the Olympics for a very, very long time. But freaking breakdancing, are you kidding me?
Yeah, no. As soon as I saw that was announced, I was like, this is going to be an absolute shit show. And it turns out I was right. That doesn't happen real often. So like the fact that whatever that Australian woman's name was that just came out and just completely, I almost wonder if she did it on purpose. Like just to show how stupid, you know what I mean? Like, hey, breakdancing, really? I love breakdancing. Let me be clear. It's super fun to watch like clips on Instagram or YouTube or whatever, watch people breakdancing. I love it. I've been dancing all my life. That is fun as shit to watch. It's not an Olympic sport. It's not.
All right. Jake wants to throw down. I think there's a very big difference in the way USA feels about international sport and the rest of the world. Your top 5 sports aren't really international, so you don't really see the value in it. I I don't agree with you on this. I do believe that we get USA phobia or USA
Mania.
mania. That's it. USA mania during the Olympics. And for the sports that it means something, like soccer, like the Olympic sports that have been there forever and matter, it does mean a lot. And I mean, I remember watching the US women's team the year they made the run for the gold medal. The USA Canada hockey matches in both men's and women's I've watched every second of those. So I'm into that support my country thing in the sports that it's meant to be in. I just don't think CrossFit needs to be one of them. It's already a global sport. We compete against everybody internationally all season long. There's nothing special about it just taking place at this event called the Olympics.
No, and I'm gonna preface this by saying I know very little about the IO3 as it goes, but if you are segmenting stuff into variant like endurance event, a gymnastics only event, a weightlifting only event, that's not CrossFit. That is individual events. A CrossFit event would be gymnastics, weightlifting, and it's doing heli, right? Kettlebell swings, running, and pull-ups. That's an actual CrossFit event. If you actually want to have it at the Olympics, it needs to be actual CrossFit, which they're never going to do because it's varied, not random, right? It's never the same thing, unknown and unknowable. That's what I was looking for. So I just don't. If you're going to have it, that needs to be actual CrossFit. I don't think you can separate the individual things out like IO3 seems to do. And that's me assuming that part of it.
So Andrew, I do understand what he was talking about. Our big four are not Olympic sports, but that's not, hockey and basketball are in the Olympics. Yep. And we do compete in those. Baseball and football are the only two that do not. And hell, flag football is being put in there in what, 26 or 28?
I think so. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming soon.
I am go USA all the way through the Olympics, all the time. Baseball was in there and it got removed. You are right. The movement doctor. That's CJ, right?
That's CJ. Yeah.
Yeah. Baseball was there and was removed, which I didn't understand that. But anyway, I would say that hockey is a truly international sport. That's probably my second favorite sport of the big ones, not counting CrossFit, football, then hockey. When the NHL for their All-Star game did the big four or whatever it was, and they had 4 countries represented, man, that was hugely exciting. So anyway, I didn't need it to be a huge thing, but I just don't think CrossFit needs to be an Olympic sport. I think we have bigger issues to fix and get right in our own seasons than trying to create something that would be an Olympic sport.
Yeah. Hey, look, kudos to IO3. If they actually make it happen, good for them. I don't see the point.
So I didn't have this on my rundown, but I know this is Legends Week.
It is.
And you are preparing for that yourself. I know some of our other listeners, I saw Denise Moore is getting ready to compete. I'm sure Cindy and a bunch of our other friends are doing it as well. When are you flying out to Arizona?
We fly out Thursday morning. I should be, I did not say I was going to keep the mustache, man. I am flying out Thursday morning. We take off at 7 and we will be we got a direct flight. God bless my wife. We will land in Phoenix at Sky Harbor right around like 10 o'clock in Phoenix time.
And the competition begins Thursday or Friday?
Friday. Thursday we got to check in and get our shirts. athlete briefing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then Friday, we're supposed to be getting the actual like heat schedules and the workouts were supposed to go out today, but we haven't gotten them so far. So I got my email up, I'm just waiting for it to come through.
Very cool. And you've already they already did an online athlete briefing?
Did online sort of. I mean, they walked us through the flow of all the workouts. So like the swim, we're swimming, and then there's another one like sandbag cleans and thrusters and wall walks and wall fans, facing handstand push-ups, and like they weren't supposed to have rep schemes and time domains and whatnot. And for the most part, they got that down. Some of them they like forgot to take off 4 rounds for the sandbag clean one. There's one that's dumbbell snatches and very box jump overs, and it's 3 and 3, 6 and 6. Like it goes up by threes every single one, and it's according to John Gleiss, Mark's talking about, it's 4 minutes long. I missed that part on the call.
Yeah. So if people have never been there, it's held at Arizona State University. It is one of the coolest complexes to hold a competition. There are 2 running floors and an Olympic-sized swimming pool right outside the door. And so it's all within 8 steps of one another.
You can literally walk from both inside floors and literally go through one door and you're at the pool.
Right. So it's a beautiful complex. The swimming events are really cool there because it is a massive, and what they do is they take the 50 meters and make it the width. So it can have like 20 lanes. You can get through everything amazingly fast. The weather there is always stunning. Arizona's freaking awesome in December and January for someone who comes from a land of 28 degrees. But it's a great event to go to and hang out with. And of course, the Masters athletes are so amenable to just hanging out and talking. It's really a tremendous event to go to if you're in the area. I highly suggest it. It's a lot of fun.
It really is. Very well run. I mean, everything runs on time. The announcers are always great. Vendors are cool. I cannot possibly agree with you more. Like the venue itself at Arizona State is fantastic. And the weather, coming from somebody who's like, it's going to be colder here than it will be in Arizona, which is not usually the case, but there's no humidity. So like I get to go over there and actually breathe my air instead of drink it like I normally do, which is pretty cool for me.
Amanda says the best complex and the weather is amazing. Could not agree more. Absolutely. And plenty of Waymos if you want to like hop in one of those to get from place to place.
Sure don't. Not at all. Not even close. I watched one of my best friends, Gareth, and his wife get into one last year, and me and Robbie were still sitting there at the Airbnb and we're like, okay, never see y'all again. All right, bye. Like, I don't know if y'all ever seen Terminator, but this is how everybody dies right here. You just start putting your life in the hands of a robot. Like,
yeah, I am too big of a control freak for that, man.
There's no possible way on God's green earth I am getting into a Waymo. It's not happening. We got on Turo, rented, you have it, drive you through a crime scene. So, Miss Winter, Miss Trade Olive, it's funny you should mention a crime scene. So last year we left Arizona State after I think the weightlifting event, because we stayed a little bit late because we wanted to watch Scott Panchik go through the weightlifting event. We leave, going back to our Airbnb, and on the main drag that we were on, because we weren't 10 minutes from Arizona State, all the roads were blocked off with the police. And when I say all of them, like as far as you could see, police cars everywhere. We had to get ways to take us through some neighborhood and whatnot. So naturally, we're trying to figure out what the heck is going on. It turns out somebody got murdered. right close by. When I say close by, like we had to go into the neighborhood we were staying in via not the way we normally would. Like I would have called it the back way to get back to our Airbnb. And that was the night we also decided we were going to go swim in the pool whenever we got back. And then like it was to the point where there was a helicopter flying flying around with the searchlight like you see on the movies, like looking into people's backyards and shit like that. It was, and then of course the three of us are back there in the pool going, what if the murderer just jumps over the fence and like coming through, like all the police are coming through? And I was like, he can have the backyard, dog. Like I'm not hanging out trying to fight nobody that just killed somebody. No, thank you.
Andrew says everyone is going to be sure to say hi. Sometimes I get so busy I don't get to meet people.
Andrew apparently judged me last year, and I didn't know who the hell he was.
Jody says, Andrew, I brought a checklist of people to the games I wanted to meet. It helped for sure. Apparently, I didn't get to make that list.
Jody is like,
thought I was on the list. And, you know, even
how organized is that? You understand? Look, Jody's like, all right, check that guy off my list. Moving on to the next one.
Yeah. And she even got to use the tickets I gave away on this show. And I still didn't get to meet Jody. Can you believe it?
I had an important cabinet meeting. Huh?
That's a good one. Jody had a cabinet meeting. Yeah. I did see the Reeds.
I met the Reeds at MFC. That was awesome.
Well, I see them all the time, but I saw Judy for sure at the games and her daughter. And then at the age group games, I saw David, Judy, and daughter.
Doug Reed is the best Reed. That is correct.
Okay, so did you see any of Hiller's video yesterday about marketing of CrossFit?
Absolutely. I saw it within 10 minutes of getting notification. I watched it.
Thoughts?
Oh, he's 100% correct. He's 100% correct. I understand to a degree. I understand what CrossFit is trying to do, like the media stuff here lately. And the stuff they're putting out is not bad, but it is recycled almost precisely from what it was probably in 2014, 2010, somewhere up in that area. And they're not doing anything new. And who is it targeting? Because the only people that see it, from what I can see, are the people who are already doing CrossFit. It's like having CrossFit commercials during the CrossFit Games. Probably not necessary. If you want to get your message out to people, it needs to be on a wider range to where people can actually see it, who might be affected by it, who aren't doing CrossFit, or who aren't, or might be on the fence, something along those lines. And for them not to be leveraging Jason, Tia, which I understand Tia's pregnant right now, but I mean, there's plenty enough footage, and I'm sure she would be happy to do it. She got up at 3:00 in the morning to do the freaking announcement, a couple months ago. Like she's all in still. It's an easy get that they are just missing completely, and I do not understand that at all.
Jody claims that she looked for me the entire time. Kenneth, Corey sounds like he's calling in on a roadcaster. Yeah, we tried to figure it out beforehand.
I tried to figure it out, dude. I don't know what it is. It's something's off.
He's got some new stuff, and we're trying to figure it out. But I'll get it when he gets back from Legends. We're gonna get him a microphone, clear this thing up. Here's
what I thought he said. What I thought he said, but what he said about like the Sydney Sweeney ad is a perfect example. Copy it. Flat out. Why not? What difference does it make? Like
the world.
You don't have to do it word for word, but copy it and use it because it's effective and it's new. And it's not the same old stuff you just keep saying, repeating ad nauseum over and over and over again. And leverage the fittest guy on earth who is sitting there literally just making videos at his house with his medal on, doing push-ups and then talking to his dog. Like that's not doing anybody any good. Hey, I'm Jason Hopper. I played for Clemson.
Vindicate, I think, has found your mic. Corey looks like he's in the doctor's office waiting for his butt exam. Maybe that's where the mic is.
Yeah,
and why it sounds weird.
Anyway, use him because I am certain he would be more than happy to do it. Hey, I'm Jason Hopper. I played tight end at Clemson. I am not the fittest guy on earth.
I don't even think it has to be Jason. It can be any of the popular athletes, right?
Correct.
When they first came out with F the Quick Fix, I was like, okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You're trying to recapture that rebellious attitude of what CrossFit was 15 years ago. Then you come out with Forging Elite Fitness. Everybody's endeared to that, so now you're pulling in the base. Okay, I get that. Do I think it was perfect? No. There's no action item. There's no way to tell me how to join an affiliate. There's no way to actually help me take action on anything you're saying. Now, with the cult thing, dude, are you just going to get with the programming and going down their list of t-shirts? Because I swear to God, like now it's almost comical how much it's just copying what has already been done. And that's where I'm really frustrated now. I'm happy you're putting stuff out in much more mass than you have been in a long time. But can we get freaking creative a little bit? Or if you're going to copy stuff, go see what's going viral and copy that, just like you said. The Sydney Sweeney ad, copy it, make a parody of it. Do whatever is popular at the time. People do it all the time in social media. They copy sound, they copy the motions, they copy whatever gets people talking. And I think that's where Hiller drilled it home, is like, you need to get people talking about what's happening.
And not just us.
Right.
You're preaching to the choir at this point. You have to get it to where it's going to at least have an opportunity to go viral. When I first saw the cult thing, whenever that was, last week before last, I'm glad you brought up Chase and Bill, because I thought it was an ad for one of their shirts.
Vindicated. I offered it to them. They declined. Thanks, CrossFit.
Yeah. No thanks. No, it's fine. Shouldn't need that.
Next is simple, not easy.
Yeah. That'll probably be their next ad campaign. Simple, not easy.
Yeah. Next. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me. Varied, not random. They just gonna throw Boz and what's his face on a shirt. Hey,
routine is the enemy.
Yeah. I mean, they're gonna do that. Just give me a shirt with the fitness in 100 words on there again. Routine is the enemy. Like, I mean, it's all the stuff I can spout out over and over and over again. But if nobody else knows what the hell it means, and if it's not getting in front of different eyeballs, you don't have to. It's selling ice to an Eskimo. Like, I got plenty. I'm good. I don't need it. I'm not going anywhere. But the people that are on the couch, the people that are on the fence, especially the fence people who've heard about it maybe a little bit, maybe heard it was dangerous, maybe heard it was this, maybe heard it was that, but really don't know that you need to hit those people.
So I'm gonna show you something if I can. So I posted this yesterday. Hopefully it'll let me show you the insights. Okay. So I posted this just for fun. Friday.
Yeah.
Right. And it's just the thumbnails I've been using for the show. and I put it out there, and I tagged everybody that I made a superhero. So then I look at the insights on this. Look at how like only 28% of my followers viewed this, and 72% of non-followers watched this. That's what Hiller's getting at. Like,
Yeah.
Find something that people outside of your normal circle are going to actually look at. And by taking something viral, that's what you're doing, because people are sharing it outside of the circle to get other people to look at it. And I'm going to blow this up because you can't see it, but sure I am. So see how it's followers is only 28.1%, non-followers 71.9%. Because of that, that's getting more reach than I normally get with any of my posts, because it's totally outside my circle.
Because the algorithm picked it up and started showing it to people because it's different.
Right. So because of that, it's getting more reach, it's getting more impressions, it's getting all those things because it's outside of my normal 30 or 4,800 followers, right? And I think that's what he's trying to get at, is CrossFit is just hitting the base, and they're not getting outside the box, right? The one he used, I can't remember what example it was, the video only has 17 comments.
Yeah.
Because it's not getting outside the normal circle. People have seen it already.
He was talking about the fact that they're still obviously buying views. Because he's looking at he's just looking at the ratio, and that's like, if you get this many views, you should have at least this many comments, or you get this many comments, you should have this many views or whatnot. Like, the views were way too high to only have 17 comments.
Right. So I thought he made some great points, and I hope that people take him up on the advice he's given, because I think it is important in that moment. So in that, I lost here. Okay, good. It's still here. The last thing I wanted to share is that there's a new app out. Did you see this? It just came out an hour ago, and Rogue has a new app. And what's cool about it is it has a quick connect to all Rogue machines. So it will track any movements you do on a Rogue Echo rower, an Echo ski, or an Echo bike. Well, the Echo bike is coming soon, but it automatically connects just by scanning it, just like you're paying with Apple Pay at the store.
Get out.
You just tap it to the monitor, and it will track all of what you do on those Echo machines, which I found that's the coolest part of the app.
That's pretty neat.
But it also it's going to have, here's the live machine activity monitor. You'll actually be able to see it on your phone, as well as your on the
screen
monitor
right in front of you.
But what you could do is you could actually record this in the open and show that your work has been done, in addition to, right? Especially if it's time stamped. So anyway, you go over here, it has new training features, so you can actually log your different workouts, repeat your recent workouts, browse standard workouts, and get moving. So there's going to be some programming in there. Your go-to workouts, create custom workouts, track and analyze your training data. And it also is going to allow you to shop. So from the app, you'll be able to go right to Rogue and buy equipment.
Shocking.
If you're Rogue, I mean, isn't that the point? And then download the all new Rogue app. It's available now. You can go get it in your app store. But I just thought that was pretty interesting. There's so many apps coming out where you can track your training and all that kind of stuff, but very few of them can connect to a machine and actually have that as a part of the tracking mechanism.
So Lito's saying that to be fair, the Concept 2 has had this sort of app for a while now. It's called yeah, and then Wayne said the very similar to Herb Data on the C2 website. I vaguely knew that was a thing, but I never use it because I don't really have anything to use it for. Does that make sense? Like I don't have any if I need to or if I want to, like if I'm recording a workout for a qualifier or something like that, you can hook excuse me, most of the video timer apps, Wattproof and whatnot, you can hook to the rower and it'll show your calories or your meters or whatever on the screen as you're going.
A lot of people are saying they could track it. Did you need a hardwire to track, Jody, or is it's Wi-Fi or
it's Bluetooth?
RFI?
Yeah.
Peter Benoit, Concept 2 has a worldwide leaderboard for every WOD, which is cool to follow, broken apart by machine that's used. Okay. So just like the Echo Rower, Rogue is just copying what has already been done and making it and rebranding it as their own and putting their own store in it where you can buy their equipment right from the app.
Just killed yourself on a Echo bike workout? Come buy one of your own.
Come get a lacrosse ball and a foam roller.
Get you two lacrosse balls, one for each butt cheek. I did not know this. Leah says she uses her data all the time. She's doing intervals on the C2 machine because it connects to Strava and Garmin too. I would love for it to connect to my Garmin. I'm gonna have to go look that up so I can. I do like to track that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think that a lot of our watches do way more than we know they do because we just are too lazy to look at all the functionality and to figure it out.
It's like mine's got all these modes for like, is it a weightlifting workout? Are you running? Are you walking? Swimming? Blah blah blah, whatever. I'd usually 9 times out of 10, I just hit cardio and just rock with that because like I'm not doing the rest of it. That's just way too much.
Lita says, "Yep, just download Erg Data, Corey, and sync it to your Garmin. Very easy."
I'm gonna do that today. I wish I'd known that this morning. I didn't row in intervals this morning.
Mark Phillips, does Rogue give prizes for meters like C2? I didn't see that in their recap, but I'm betting the Rogue challenges will have to be done through their app. Probably. And maybe like the Rogue qualifier will have to be done through their app moving forward. That's what I would do if I was Rogue.
I wonder, was the qualifiers just on their website before, right? Not on the app. I mean, obviously they didn't have that app. They had their sales app, but not that app. I'm thinking as opposed to like Competition Corner or whatever.
Hopefully they can do the same with technology C2 uses for the competitions so spectators can see live action. Yeah, I love when CrossFit works with C2 and you can see like on the row, the boats going across the screen and who's kind of in the lead. It actually makes watching that erg a lot easier than just going.
The Marathon Row in 2018, like they had it on the screen, so we was watching it at home on my TV, but they had the boat race part of it like up on the screen. You could see where everybody was at. That was cool shit.
Doesn't Rogue use Beyond the Whiteboard? Maybe not anymore.
I know I've seen the Rogue challenges on Beyond the Whiteboard, but I don't know if they use them specifically, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Larry says his Apple Watch, the VO2 Max, asking him if he's still alive. So, all right. Well, that was news that just broke like right before we went on the air. You going to be back before you fly out?
Yeah.
All right.
100%. I'll be here all week, more than likely, because I won't be here. I won't be available Thursday, Friday. So, and I say that I have no idea what our schedule looks like yet. Like I said, we still haven't gotten the heat schedule or the workouts. So, that's going to stay.
David Reed, the standard is currently using Beyond the Whiteboard. I'm sure it is, but now this just launched today. So they can't go like retroactive, but I'm betting in the future, all of their stuff will be on their own app.
I mean, it makes sense, dude. They do everything else in-house anyway. Like, why wouldn't they do that? I'm honestly surprised it took this long. Probably waiting until they got the 3 herbs that they wanted done, however you want to look at it, call it, before they went ahead and did that, because otherwise there was no need to have an app, because they already had an app, their sales app.
Yeah. A few bigger UK comps have done this too. It's pretty neat. And as an athlete too, because you can see where you are, how far ahead or behind you are from others, et cetera. Yeah, I think that technology is really cool. You just have to have the screens to be able to pull it off. David Reed, imagine a Rogue Mayhem Best Hour collab, CrossFit 2.0. You forgot NC Fit in there too.
Oh, I still don't.
Rory assures us, though, that is not to compete against CrossFit. They love the methodology. They want to be a part of CrossFit.
Even though Jason de-affiliated all his gyms just to re-affiliate them several months later.
He said on the podcast he never de-affiliated. And you can say that, right? You can say that because many people just said, I'm going to let my affiliation expire. They didn't like write in and say, hey, I want to de-affiliate. And then before it actually expired, they went, oh, maybe we reacted too quickly and we really don't want to de-affiliate. So we're not going to let it expire.
That's hilarious.
I mean, I know gyms around me right here that we're going to de-affiliate and then we're going to let it expire. And then before the expiration, they were like, you know what? It's not so bad being here.
You know, on second thought.
So the de-affiliation never truly happened, only in their mind, because they didn't ask to be de-affiliated from CrossFit.
Right up in that place. Yeah.
Now, with the way it's structured today with monthly payments, you can de-affiliate pretty quickly.
Yeah, I imagine so. I just de-affiliated with my health club membership because I don't need to swim anymore until next year at some point.
Is that what they call it, swim club de-affiliation? And
I mean, I'm no longer affiliated with them, so I feel like I de-affiliated with the Beach Health Club in Baton Rouge. Thank y'all very, very much for letting me use y'all pool.
Travis says NC Fit gym barely made it 1 year in Omaha. Yeah, my understanding is where they're actually making headway is in Asia.
I mean, wherever you gotta go.
Kalipa opened up some affiliates in Asia, and they're doing okay.
Good for him.
And that is really why maybe Mayhem wants a piece of it, because they're probably not in Asia. Like,
Asia's a huge market. I mean, insanely big. So yeah, I could see that. I could see it.
So Lito's asking, can you actively de-affiliate before it expires? So I am not an expert on this. I'm just trying to remember back to the COVID years and Floyd 19. You could actually call CrossFit and ask to be de-affiliated. But what most gym owners did is just said, I already paid my fee. I'm probably not getting it back. I'll just let it expire. And then before it actually expired, the climate changed rapidly back in another direction. And so they just stayed on. But that is not my expertise. That is just remembering how it went during those times.
I have no idea.
But back then you had to pay yearly. You paid one time whatever you paid back then, because it wasn't the 4,500. It was all kinds of different things. And
it depends on where you were and how long you been an affiliate and whatnot. I mean, there was a dude that was still paying like $500 or some shit like that. Like,
And it was brought up again when they changed the price to for everyone up to 4,500. Because if you were grandfathered in at 500, you got to keep that for the remainder of your year. And only at the time of renewal were you then charged the 4,500. So people who decided they were going to de-affiliate rather than renew just waited for that to expire.
As most people would. I mean, why were you at that point?
But now it's a monthly payment, from what I understand. So if you don't make your next month's payment, you're done.
Yeah, that's my understanding. Yeah, so just shut off your payment, call it good, and go on about your business.
Yeah.
But you also have to take everything off that says CrossFit and revamp your website and whatever else you got to do to remove the word CrossFit from your gym.
Any insight into what happened to WFP affiliate program? No mention on their website and no listing of affiliates. Wayne? I am definitely not on the in crowd of the WFP, but I will tell you I got some good news. I did get a cameraman approved to be in Copenhagen to get pictures of the Copenhagen event, which was very surprising to me, but I'm glad that they did approve him. His name is Nicholas Eriksson. He is from Sweden. He is a friend of Ishmael, who is my normal photographer, and he's going to be getting shots over there for that. So super, super stoked for that.
Good stuff.
So follow him on Instagram. He's going to collab with everything he does with us. And so we'll have some shots from Copenhagen when that happens in 2 weeks now?
Yep. Should be. It's like right before Christmas, and I'm going to Arizona later this week, so it's right after that. So yeah, it's got to be next weekend.
And last quick update from me before we sign off. I did get scheduled my consult for my biopsy for the sarcoidosis to show that it is in fact sarcoidosis and not cancer, which they don't think it is cancer, but they have to verify that before I can start treatment.
The medical system.
So
we're going to consult with you before we do a biopsy. So we're going to tell you about it before we actually do it, even though we know you need it.
There are two options for the biopsy. And I think that's why there's a consult. I get to pick which way they go. Either down through my nose and inside my lung, or through the chest, through the lung, and then grab it from and pull it outside.
Neither one sounds appealing.
No, I think that's what was kind of explained to me, but I think the surgeon wants to actually like show me how they're going to do it. And then let me pick which way I want to, and probably like what the recovery time is and what all of that is coming out of it.
For each one, yeah. Damn. So,
but you know, wives, like I got it scheduled and I told her and where it was going to be, and it's at the cancer center, and she's like, cancer? You didn't tell me you had cancer. I'm like, I don't know that I have cancer. They don't think I have cancer.
It's just at the place.
I'm like, we had this discussion. They have to just make sure it's not before they start treating it. And she's like, you don't have enough life insurance, bro. I'm like, I have plenty of life insurance.
Thanks, wife.
And yeah. We're all right.
Thanks. Seems horrible. You don't have enough life insurance. I don't think I want you telling me no crazy shit like that.
I think she was saying it because I scared her to death, and but
in that case, she doesn't have enough life insurance.
True. She does not have as much as I do.
Yeah,
that is for sure. But with that, guys, hopefully we get answers soon, man. I'm ready for some answers and ready for some treatment.
Yep.
So much. But with that, we're going to head out. I'm going to get back to work. You get back to work too. Make sure you like and subscribe. Hold up. Oh, make sure you like and subscribe. And hey, I saw some people ordered Thirdzy again overnight. Thirdzy.com, Thirdzy.com/Jazzy or Thirdzy.com. Use the promo code Jazzy. Get you 15% off your order. They are awesome partners. They are a great product. Last night we learned that you can actually put it in Greek yogurt and eat it that way. Found out that is a thing. Thank you, John George, for that. And with that, we'll see everybody next time on Lunch with the Clydesdale. Bye, guys.